If invoicing feels like a never-ending task, you're not alone. Whether you run a construction company, a legal practice, or an accounting firm, slow and manual invoicing is costing you time, money, and probably your sanity. But it doesn't have to be this way. Let me show you why invoicing takes so long and how to fix it. Check it out. Welcome back. I'm Zack from InnerDev Solutions. We help businesses streamline their processes using custom no-code tools so you can focus on what matters most. To learn more, you can visit our website, innerdevsolutions.com, or use the link in the description below. I've had 3 different clients just this past week vent about the pain of invoicing. One told me it takes them months to send invoices. Another is overwhelmed by the time it takes just to pull data from different sources. And the third admitted they probably missed sending many invoices over the years, way more than they should. These aren't rare stories, they are everyday problems. Most service-based businesses don't have an invoicing problem, they have a tracking problem. If you're not capturing billable work as it happens, you're relying on memory and patchwork systems. That leads to errors, delays, and missed revenue. That's where this system comes in. I've implemented similar invoicing systems across a range of service businesses, and each one has been tailored to fit the way they actually work. Here's how easy it is to add time or services to a job in real time. This all rolls up into an invoice automatically, saving hours of admin work. In this system here, we have an example of a construction company, but this can be easily tailored, as I mentioned, to a lot of different service types, businesses, accounting, creative agencies, legal, and you name it, it goes on. What it allows you to do is really focus on the data points that are relevant to your specific industry, to your specific company, and to your specific workflows. High level, what we have here is we have projects or jobs or whatever you categorize your different kind of chunks of work by. Again, in this case, I am using a construction company for an example, but they have a list of different jobs or projects that link to a customer or a client of some sort. And then within each job, they have various services, maybe products that they sell or provide to that specific customer on that job. What we have is just simply a job name, links to a client, start and end date, calculates the number of days. You can track your status, the total billable amount, and then the amount that you have invoiced. And then if you scroll down here, this is just simply linking to line items based off the project. And then we also have an invoices table, and I'll show you that in a moment, that links to all of these different line items. Let's say you invoice on a weekly basis. What we have here on this project is 2 invoices already, and these ones have been created. I'll remove that invoice and I'll remove that invoice. Let's say that we have these 2 items at the end of the week that we need to invoice. Maybe we have to add in one other thing. Maybe we've got an operator that had done 40 hours that week. Based off of this selection here and the items, I have a products and services table that automatically looks up our billing rate, but it also allows you to add in a manual rate if it is different on this particular item. That is within the back end of the system, and I won't get into it too much, but I will just quickly dive in and show you. We've got a list of clients, we have the projects and jobs, we have line items, so those are the services or products that link back to the jobs. Then here's our standard products and services that exist. We can put in all our item names, we can add in the default rate, little description, and then the item type. Is it a product, equipment, or a service? And then you can see here, this is linking back to the line items. And finally, we have invoices, which has a bunch of different line items linked to it when we create it. And I'll show you that in a second as well. This is the back end of the system. That's where it's highly customizable to your specific needs. But really what we're trying to achieve here is track our customers, our projects, and the different services that we provide. It's really easy to be able to add in this information as we go, and we don't have to rely on memory or go searching through emails and information later on. What's really cool about this is now that we have created or added a bunch of items that we have it grouped by right now, invoices, and it's showing empty. That means all of these items have not yet been linked to an invoice, although these ones have. So this is an invoice that has been previously created and sent out. Now what we're going to do, and again, this is customizable, but I just have this button set up so that it grabs all of the line items here that are not yet connected to an invoice. Really easily, I can add a new item to our line items or to our project, or I can select this button, hit yes, continue, and within a few moments, we will see those disappear. If I scroll down, we can see it's been linked to a new invoice. If I go over to invoices, we can see we've got 3 items here. We'll go into invoices, and this is the new one here. These are previously created invoices. If I select this one, we can see we've got an invoice date that is currently blank. We'll select today's date on that, and it generates the invoice here number for us now. It's already linked to the client, and it's got the whole invoice set up. We can see what the total is to verify things, and we can also see the status of the invoice. What's nice about these systems is they can be integrated with whatever accounting tool you use. So if you're a QuickBooks user, or you're a Xero user, or if you're using another accounting system, assuming that it has the APIs available and the integration methods available, we can connect these tools to that system. Instead of you tracking it here or in a Google Sheet or on a piece of paper, and then later on going to enter it into your QuickBooks or Xero or your invoicing system, we have this button over here that we've customized to create the invoice. I'll hit yes. And within a moment here, assuming you're logged into QuickBooks already, it will show you the invoice that it's created in draft status. It's added in all of our line items. And then from here, we can just review and send it out to our client. Our invoicing system becomes much more streamlined. We can easily track all the different services or products that we are providing to our different clients. If you base things off of a time log, we can integrate that into a system like this as well. It makes it way easier to maintain and track all of those different data points that end up generating the invoice at the end, and it allows us to streamline that whole process. Also, you have some options and functionality with project timelines. If you're more so in the construction or you're providing a service that spans across multiple days, you can track things on a timeline. When you click into it, you can see different data as well. Like I said, it's highly customizable to your specific needs. If invoicing is a draining task, this system will greatly improve this process. You can track work as it happens, generate invoices fast, and avoid delays that cost your business. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more in the future.